Is she a virgin? Don't make it weird. I'm talking about your hair. What's up, y'all, and welcome to Home Hair Academy with me, Ray, on The Real Ray. And so we are about to start a little 3-part series evaluating your hair color. Do you have virgin hair? If you don't know what that means, that just means, have you ever had chemicals, more specifically hair color, on your hair? So be honest with yourself, and if you're going to the hair salon to get your hair done, definitely also be honest with your hairdresser, because we will find out. And when you go to do your own hair, if you have lied to yourself about, oh no, it's probably all the way grown out, which it probably isn't if you have done color on it, because it takes a long time for that stuff to grow all the way out, you'll find out, because you'll get some crazy, unexpected results, and here's why. Number 1, color won't lift color predictably. So what does that mean? That means if you have put a brown color all over your head, and then a couple months later you want to put a lighter color all over your head, what's going to happen is your roots will lift to whatever color you put on them, and the rest of the hair will probably do like very little to nothing. Might change the tone some, it may even lift it a tiny bit, but it's gonna look crazy, and that is when we get into what is called hot roots, and that's where your roots are lighter and brighter than the rest of your hair. And nobody wants that. That's not cute. So trust me when I tell you to be honest with yourself and your hairdresser when you are doing your color. So we're learning how to formulate, so it will probably be you doing it. There's no shame in having stuff on your hair. Just means we got to take a different path. So the other thing to be aware of, number 2, is if you have used anything with metallic salts. So for the most part, the thing that has metallic salts in it is going to be like some hennas. And if you've used henna, you can hopefully like look up the brand or maybe you still have the box and find out if it has metallic salts in it. So metallic salts and traditional hair color do not mix. It's like SOS, stop what you're doing, don't do that. So what happens is the ammonia in regular color, when put on top of previously colored metallics, will have a chemical reaction, and lots of bad things can happen. So anything from your hair can start smoking and potentially like flame up. Just crazy, right? I would fall out if somebody's hair started flaming in my chair. Can you imagine? It can melt. And both of those things obviously cause severe damage. So even if it's not like those extremes, you still are running like the danger of extreme damage. And then the more mild version is you could just end up with some straight up murky, gross green hair color. So be honest about what's on your head yourself, your hairdresser if you're paying to get it done. And it does not mean that if you've done either of these things, you cannot pursue whatever your hair color goals are. All it means is that we're gonna have to take a different path to get there, and that is okay. With the metallic salt option, I would say just like wait a hot minute before you pursue permanent traditional hair color. From what I've read on the subject, it seems like most of the time the severe reactions are when it's not been very long in between metallic salts and traditional hair color. So just wait a while. Where were we? So we were talking about solutions for if you have previously colored hair with either regular color or with metallic salt issues. You will want to do a test strand, which is really encouraged. You're encouraged to do it just like no matter what. Not everybody does it. I am also guilty of not doing it. But when you're running the risk of smoldering hair, this is a good time to do that. So what you'll want to do is pull a little piece of hair from the back underneath, and that way if it gets jacked up, it's okay because it's hidden. And so just like get that, my hair's up so I can't pull enough around, but color a small piece under there, let it process, and then see how it does. And as far as traditional color and dealing with that, your options are going to be, and we can get more into this in a later video, but the options just offhand are to A, pick a darker color. Don't try to be lifting all crazy when you've got other stuff going on. Or B, you're gonna need to remove that color prior to the lift. So it'll just add a few steps into your process. Okay, well, that sums it up. So I will see you next week, and we will be talking about melanin and gray hair, and it's gonna be awesome. Y'all have an amazing day and week. Make sure that you're hitting the like button and subscribe and the bell so you don't miss any of my content. And I will see your beautiful faces next week. Thanks again for watching. It's the Real Ray. Bye.